There are enormous numbers of light-bearers, workers, and way-showers on earth at this time. August 5, 2014. Your awakening is assured. I am just reassuring you because so many of you have doubts, sometimes intense doubts, and those doubts need to be assuaged so that they do not drag you down into the gloom and uncertainty of the illusion. You are all in the process of rising up out of it so that you can look on it and those engaged there, seemingly very firmly anchored in it, with loving compassion and without being drawn into the pain and suffering that so many are undergoing. Your task is to spread light, love, and healing to all with whom you interact, and in order to do that, you yourselves need to feel the light and the love within yourselves. You can only share what you have, and first you have to know that you have it, then, without thinking about it, you just easily and generously share yourselves. You are divine beings of love. Keep reminding yourselves of this unassailable truth, and then as you go through the day you will feel good about yourselves. When you feel good about yourselves, you demonstrate love in action and you share and spread that love just by being yourselves, and all those with whom you meet and converse will be uplifted by your presence and will feel good about themselves too. When people feel good about themselves, they automatically open their hearts to allow the tsunami of love to enfold them in its divine embrace, and to open the hearts of humanity is the purpose of the tsunami of love which is flowing through each one of you 24/7. If you are weighed down with worries and doubts, the flow is weakened, so make a point of letting go of anything that drains you emotionally or energetically, and ask us for help to do so. We need you to hold your conduits fully open because the flow of love has become torrential at this critical stage in your awakening process, and it needs your conduits or channels to be fully open and unrestricted so that it can flow freely everywhere and to everyone on the planet. You are incarnate at this moment in humanity's awakening process to assist in this mighty and wonderful task, bringing the light of God's love to all on earth. Let go of any doubts you may have about your abilities or competence to do this divine work. You are all invited to take part in humanity's awakening process because of your abilities and competence, and you all responded with a most enthusiastic yes. You are not here by chance, no one is, nor, if you are suffering as many of you undoubtedly are, as punishment. You are here because you are divine beings who most willingly chose to assist in this amazing event, knowing that it would at times be difficult and painful. You also knew, and deep within yourselves you still know this, that failure is not even a remote possibility because what you are engaged in is working with the divine will which is always perfectly achieved. There are enormous numbers of light-bearers, workers, and way-showers on earth at this time. Make the intent to meet up with one another, either physically or via the internet, and be open to making new contacts. The love that you are all holding and sharing is constantly drawn to itself and others, so you will be divinely guided to meet others who are on the spiritual path that is assisting in the awakening process, if you will allow yourselves to be open to it. To make new contacts with people on the path to awakening strengthens your own faith and intent, and adds to the divine momentum taking you all forward toward awakening. We are very aware of your ongoing doubts and anxieties, especially as the news of war and conflicts along with earthquakes and floods seems to indicate that all is not as it should be. It seems that peace is getting short shrift all over the world, and that there is not an end in sight to the hate and anger that is driving many toward further conflict. But, as you have been told by a number of reliable channels, this is all due to the enormous quantities of buried or denied issues that the tsunami of love is demanding that humanity addresses as the moment for awakening draws ever closer. These issues are old but still strong angers and resentments that people who have been abused and betrayed by those they trusted implicitly, nearly everyone on earth at some time in their lives, find themselves unable to face because they were so terribly painful when they occurred. There is often also a sense of guilt because these sufferings occurred when they were small children, and small children are often made to feel guilty for things that others have done. If you find yourselves feeling stressed out, exhausted, and perhaps bursting into tears for no apparent reason, it could be your own stuff demanding your attention, although normally there will be indications memory flashes to alert you to the fact that it is your stuff, or it may be that you are, having agreed to do so, helping others on the planet, people you do not know and have never met, to release their pain and suffering because they are so energetically drained they are unable to do so on their own. It is a spiritual task of enormous significance that you have undertaken because you have much experience in releasing those kinds of suffering through your own well-developed powers of forgiveness. And know that if this is the case, then you are truly greatly blessed, and will be welcomed home with most glorious accolades for the untiring efforts with which you have helped humanity to awaken. If you are experiencing these kinds of symptoms, then be very kind to yourselves because they indicate that you are yourselves undergoing a huge strain that drains your energy. If you feel yourselves unable to remain awake, then take a break and go somewhere for a sleep where you will be undisturbed. If you are at work, and no facilities are available, perhaps you could use your car, or a nearby church as a place of quiet refuge. Otherwise you could, and probably should, I hate using shoulds, claim illness and go home. It makes total sense because your ability to do your work is severely limited when you are in this kind of weakened state. Know that you are all dearly loved and dearly honored for the immense tasks that each of you have undertaken to assist in this awakening process. What you are doing is no mean feat, it is very demanding on every aspect of yourselves, so treat yourselves kindly at all times, especially if you think you have offended someone or made a serious error, and therefore do not hesitate to forgive yourselves. God always does, instantly. You are under tremendous stress, acknowledge it and allow for it in your daily lives. With so very much love, Saul. Channeled by John Smallman. johnsmallman.wordpress.com